Good evening, everybody. How are we? Long time no speak. I just wanted to come on here and reassure you that I'm still alive, somewhat well. Well, shit, what the fuck did I do? Alive and somewhat well. I hope you're all fantastic. Um, I got myself some glasses. I'm not wearing them at the moment because my eyes won't stop freaking watering. But yeah, I wanted to come on here and reassure you all that my channel is still alive and well, and to tell you that I have missed all of you, and well, all of you that are nice. Ones that are assholes, maybe not missing you as much. But like I said, I got myself some glasses, and once my eyes stop watering, hey Bubsy, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. It comes down to that I don't go live as much because I don't think that you guys want to hear about how I am feeling blue or feeling like I just want to scream. I don't think any of you honestly want to hear. I know you did, sweetheart, and I meant it too. And you're a very, very dear, 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 heroic, amazing, beautiful person. And I am so, so glad that you never ever doubt that I'm just a phone call away. And I will send you my phone number so you can call me day or night. You know, I'm a night owl. So you can call me anytime you need a friend. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I mean that to the people, all the people that I give out my phone number to and speak to that actually have a brain in their heads. I mean, when I say you mean a lot to me, I don't just say that to blow smoke. I actually do mean that. Okay, now going forward with my channel, I am hoping that I don't know a date yet, so I'm just putting this out there. I will be joined by I've been very, very, I want to say blessed, but that sounds a bit like, oh, God bless you, all that kind of hoo-ha. That's not what I meant. But what I mean by blessed is, I mean, lucky that I have amazing people who, regardless, and it's going to sound so insensitive to say it this way, but regardless of what they're going through, if they see that I'm live, they come in, and I hope that for just those few moments that I'm live, I can actually help you through. That's not my intention, Popsy, I promise. Um, oh, okay. That's all right. We can still talk through Messenger. It's all good, sweetheart. Um, but like I said, it comes down to that. What was I saying? Fuck. Yeah, in the foreseeable future, I will be joined by another. I will say this, a celebrity of sorts. Now, I will name drop, and hopefully she doesn't get mad at me for doing this. I will be joined by Mindy Miller in the foreseeable future when my time schedule matches when she's available. And if you people out there don't know who Mindy Miller is, she was one of Elvis Presley's last girlfriends. And I'm not having her on here because of the fact that she was one of Elvis Presley's girlfriends. That's not the reason I'm friends with her. I'm friends with her because she is an amazing person. And the reason I find her amazing is because she's never released a tell-all book. She's never done like one of those movies to talk about Elvis's bad points and stuff like that. And I admire her for that. And things that she's told me that I will not repeat now, but things that she has said that before she got with Elvis Presley, she was already a stunt person. She already, excuse me, she already had a career. You know, she was already a model. She was already, like I said, stunt person, movie star, and all of those sorts of things. And she had done that without like name dropping that she was Elvis Presley's girlfriend. So for me, I admire her for that, and we share the same passion for why we don't like a certain individual that every chance she fucking gets, she's in the press talking about something about Elvis. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about Priscilla. Everyone's entitled to their opinion on her. My opinion is that she's a bitch because she doesn't really put him in the light of that if, and I'm saying if he did fake his death, which Mindy said he didn't, and if he did, she's making it very, very hard to come back into the limelight, so to speak, if Elvis chose to. Mindy is an amazing person. Oh, I'm not a fan of her either, Bubsy. You give me a day and I can tell you exactly what I think of her. But there are unfortunately people out there who might put this on, like, blast and say, I'm disrespecting Priscilla and I never met her. Hey, I never needed to meet Adolf Hitler and I didn't like him. I never had to meet Ivan Milat and I didn't like him. I didn't have to meet Chris Watts and I don't like him. Didn't have to meet Nicole Kessinger, didn't like her. There are a lot of reasons why to not like somebody, but considering how much Elvis did for the world, well, for America, she's basically just taking along a squirt gun and melting it if Elvis was a witch. Yes, Scientology is evil. Just look at Tom Cruise. He looks like a... No, don't look at him because... No, just don't. No. Can't go there. But like I said, as I've always said on my channel, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And while I'm entitled to mine, Mindy is someone that I'm absolutely looking forward to more than anything to interview, because I would love to be able to... I don't want it to be about, like, because every interview there's quite a few interviews that I've watched of when Mindy gets interviewed by people. And a lot of those people, all they want to talk about is Elvis. Mind you, I'll ask her a few questions and I need to make sure that I remind myself to remind her to send me a list of oh, okay. Yeah, Scientology, they tried to like coax me in on that and I'm just like, no, thank you. And so yeah, no. I see it as that I want to know more about Mindy as a person, not Mindy Miller as one of Elvis's last girlfriends or anything like that. You know what I mean? I want to be... And yes, Lisa Marie Presley was an absolute beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hearted person, and I am still in shock that she passed away, and it's pretty fucking sad that Priscilla was the last person that was there at the hospital with her, and I think it's disgusting that Priscilla now gets to be buried at Graceland, which Lisa Marie did not want. Now, I can understand that she's the mother of Lisa Marie and the grandmother of the grandchildren and all that crap. I get that. But for what it's worth, she does not belong at Graceland Memorial or Meditation Garden, sorry. I don't think she belongs there because she's not a Presley by blood. Okay? Gladys wasn't a Presley by blood, but she was married to Vernon when she passed away. So guess what? She belongs there. And she was Elvis's mum. Now, why should Priscilla get I just... When I heard that she got granted to be buried there, I was thinking, well, where the fuck is she going to go? She can't be cremated because, burning plastic's bad for the environment. And yeah. And don't forget though, Lisa Marie and her son Benjamin were buried above ground, which means that their coffins were entombed in cement, and the coffin was put into, like, say, basically a cement tomb, the wooden coffin, that is, and then the coffin was placed into the cement tomb and then a cement slab put on top of it. But long story short, why the fuck is Priscilla getting buried there? If someone can give me apart from the fact that, like I said, I respect the fact she was Lisa Marie's mum. I respect that. I respect the fact that she was Benjamin's grandmother. I respect that. But it's amazing that even with those two deaths, Priscilla has to make the situation about Elvis. When Priscilla lost her dad. Now, this is when I was actually sort of okay with her, which is not much. There was, at the time, her father passed away. And I thought, okay, this might actually... Okay, no worries, sweetheart. You take care, Bubsy, and just remember I'm a phone call away if you need me, darling. What happened is the fact that that's when I thought, okay, I followed Priscilla when it was called Twitter. I followed her on Twitter. And I thought this would be a good opportunity for her to be able to put a picture of, say, her grandson, Benjamin, who passed away from unaliving himself, and her dad. her son and her father and her. Awesome. No. Priscilla didn't do that. No, she put a picture of her father and Elvis from back in the heyday. Because hey, why not? Another opportunity to exploit Elvis, so to speak. Now, I've seen the original Elvis and Me. I even have it on somewhere amongst all my DVDs. I have it on DVD. I still believe I have it. And I've seen, thanks to Aussie True Crime, I got to see, which is now available on Netflix Australia. I think it's Netflix Australia. The Priscilla movie. And I'm sorry, but oh my fucking God. And if you notice, she brought that out shortly after Baz Luhrmann, I think it was Baz Luhrmann. Baz Luhrmann's movie Elvis that starred Tom Hanks and that oh fuck. I don't remember the guy's name who played Elvis in that movie. But yeah, it was Baz Luhrmann's, I think it was Baz Luhrmann. I want to say Baz Luhrmann. I'm probably really wrong with the name, but hey. But yeah, I think it's disgusting. But anyway, back to Mindy. Enough about Priscilla. Priscilla Beaulieu. I will never ever understand how when Elvis passed away, he said, I don't want my surname to be used to gain notoriety or wealth or fame. And at the end of the day, without sounding too heartless, that's exactly what a lot of people have done, and Mindy hasn't. So it's going to be a great honour. And all I ask you all that when she's here is please show respect. And remember, as I've always said, excuse me, if you ask a question and Mindy reads it and she finds it quite inappropriate to answer it, she reserves the right to not answer any questions that she feels fit to do. I said the same thing to Sherilyn Cadle when she was on here. I said the same thing to Susie Radcliffe, and I also said the same thing to Scott Russell Hill when he was on here. If you see questions that are inappropriate and you don't feel comfortable answering them, please feel free to ignore them. That is not being disrespectful to the people who are asking the question. It is because of the fact that the guest I'm having doesn't feel comfortable answering them, as simple as that. And that's something that I want to always make sure that people understand that that's the way my channel operates. You know, I don't want my guests to ever feel as though they have to answer, hey, Kerry, how you doing, sweetheart? I don't want people to ever feel as though that they're obligated to answer questions if they don't wish to. So when Mindy is here, I just ask that you show her respect. If you don't and you continue to, if you, for example, if you ask a question about her and Elvis's intimate life, I'm saying right here, right now, do not, because that is no one's business. And even if she would never reveal any of that, because that is something that is shared between two people and not for anyone else to know about. And that's just a disgusting thing to ask. So please make sure that when she's here, you show respect to my guest. Please show respect to my channel and show respect to me. Lastly, but okay, I do need to address something else that I wanted to do. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Aussie True Crime won't mind me mentioning this. I will be doing an Elvis quiz, and I have no idea of what the questions are going to be. Aussie True Crime is going to be an absolute sweetheart, and she is going to be my quiz master for the night. And I promise anyone who participates in the quiz, I'll give you all a chance to win, thanks to Aussie True Crime. I'll give you all a chance to beat me at my Elvis knowledge. And it's going to be very, very awkward if I don't get some of these right, that's for sure. But she has offered to donate an Elvis tumbler that she has made as the prize. So whether you think it's fair or not, I'm going to be in with the competition as well, because of the fact that because she's going to be the quiz master, she's going to be the one that's asking the questions. And like I said, even though we're great friends, guarantee you she will not tell me any of the questions, so I can't research them on hurry, which is a little frustrating, but it's all good. So I'm not sure when that's going to take place, but I'm sure it'll be before or after I get to interview Mindy Miller. And for those who are just tuning in, Mindy Miller was, and just remember, this is not the reason I'm interviewing her. She was one of Elvis Presley's last girlfriends. She was, I think from memory, she was after Linda and before Ginger. So in 1976. So that should be fun. But yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't been live for a while, guys. Like I said, I've just been trying to deal with a few things that are happening in my personal life, and I don't want to bombard you guys thinking, oh my God, she's so depressing. I don't want to subscribe to her anymore. Everybody gets down. And I'm actually going to start, I was going to, I should say, I was going to start doing like a daily blog. And then I thought, well, no, not really wanting to do that, because at the end of the day, as much as I love all my subscribers and the ones that are on the legit level, I don't want to give the haters reasons to, say, crop part of my conversation I'm having with you and then using it to their advantage to basically say, do you remember when you said this? And I'll be like, yep. And they'll be like, yeah, but you said it in such a bitchy way. And I'll be like, okay. But you see, they can twist and turn it. And that's the thing that I hate most about YouTube, is that they give you an option to basically cut out of a live once it's over. You get a choice to cut little snippets of it, and then you can paste it together. So they can try and make me say something about mental health that I didn't say, but because it's my voice, hey, you can make anybody say anything. Unfortunately, that's what the YouTube world is coming to these days. And like I said, I don't go live as often. This is because it's very exhausting to not try and sound disrespectful when I put it this way. It's exhausting to open up my heart like that and talk about things that are affecting my life. And like, everybody's going through something. I'm not saying I'm the only one in this world with issues, but there are a few people that reach out to make sure that I'm okay, and I appreciate that very much. So thank you to those who do that. And there are people that reach out, but when it best suits them, if that makes sense. Like, it comes down to the fact that if someone hurts me and I try and voice that, I have to, even off YouTube, I have to be very, very careful of who I voice my feelings to, because at any given moment that could be taken away. And 3-4 people that have, well, I want to say there's more than 4, but there's a lot. Let's just say there's a bunch. There's more than 4, but let's just say a bunch of people that have stood by me from the beginning. You know, like Bubsy stood by me from the beginning, Van stood by me from the beginning, Aussie True Crime has stood by me from the beginning, Elizabeth Anderson has stood by me from the beginning, Foxy Lady has stood by me from the beginning, and they're people that I do talk to away from YouTube. But like I said, I don't want to be one of those people anymore that like talks about my problems and then it's like I get basically lectured for it, if that makes any sense. Like, I still have issues with my hands, even though one's been operated on. I'm still suffering from the aftermath of that. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm pending on the waiting list. I'm on the waiting list for a corneal transplant in my left eye. And hopefully while they're doing that, they can fix the astigmatism in my right eye. Fingers crossed. And I still find things that you guys all out there that don't have carpal tunnel, that don't have issues with their, with their eyes. I am sure there are plenty of you out there. And I'm sorry if this makes me sound heartless. I do sometimes ask for help. Yes, I do. Like, I ask if people can help me so I can order what we have over here in Australia called U-Foods, if I can get some people to help me fund that so I can start ordering that. So then it's just basically a microwave meal. But even then, it's the microwave meals after they've been heated up, believe it or not, even they're heavy. And it's frustrating because, like I said, I'm trying my hardest to stay above board, and it's like it's proving more and more and more difficult each and every day. I've tried wearing those stupid gloves. They do not help. So I don't know what's going on with my hands. After this week, I'm hoping come Friday, I'm getting yet another skip brought here, and I am going through everything in my shed and everything in my spare room because I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. things that I know that I might be able to sell, I'll probably put up on Marketplace or I'll put up on Gumtree because it's just a lot easier. But yeah, it's proving difficult, if that's okay to put it that way. It's proving that no matter what I seem to talk about, it gets me nowhere. And yet, and I'm going to be blunt when I say this, there are people out there who have jobs, memorabilia, and live with other people, and they get support. They get super chats, super stickers, PayPal donations, and all that sort of shit. And yet, I go live very, very rarely. And yes, I do bitch, but I make no money. Absolutely nothing. And I've gotten used to that now. So whenever, and because I don't thank the people personally, if that makes sense. Like, say, for example, Kerry, if you were to donate, not asking you to, so don't crap the shits. If Kerry was to donate and it comes, because I get a little notification at the top of my screen if someone does donate to my PayPal, I'm not going to personally go, oh, Kerry, thanks for that $50. You know, I'm not doing that. I thank people as a whole. I'll go, thanks to that person. If you listen to any of my previous lives, when people have donated, you'll hear me say, thank you to the person who just donated. That means a lot. Thank you. The reason I don't individually thank the person and single them out when they do is because I don't want people to have a target on their back that when they go into, say, a big, big channel, they're going to be expected to do that because they donated to a little shitty channel like mine. So that's why I don't individually thank people when I do get donations. If I'm in communication with them on Facebook Messenger, then by all means I will thank them there. But I will not publicly, individually thank people because I don't want them to be seen as, well, if you're going to donate to a pissy little channel like Tammy's, why can't you donate to mine? My channel's full of bitching and cattiness and all this crap, and I'm a queen bitch, you know. Like, what about me? And that's why I don't individually thank people. So online, on a live, I don't. So if I'm a bad person for that, then so be it. It is 9:34 at night here where I am. It's still sort of early, but I'm going to be going to bed soon because I've got a lot to do tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a lot done. So who are there's 6 people in here, and apart from Kerry just saying that a little while ago, I should say, hey, Tammy, none of you are saying anything, and that's cool. As long as you're here for the right reasons and you're not here to try and be a prowler or a stalker, not a stalker, but just like a bad person, and you're here to try and get me, like, put me off guard, that's fine. Try your hardest, it's fine. But I just see it as that, if you want to just listen, then that's cool. I'm fine with that. I don't want people feeling as though, but if you're here for the wrong reasons, please, you see that, you can leave because I don't want people here unless they're here for the right reasons. This is something that everybody needs to try and learn to do, and I'm trying my hardest to continuously teach myself this lesson, which is never allow anybody to see or feel your hurt when they hurt you, because then they'll use that as ammo to use against you. Keep your hurt and your emotions to yourself, because then that way, hey Bluebird, long time no see. How you doing, darling? Oh, no worries, Bluebird. That's all good, sweetheart. It comes down to, if you allow people to see your hurt and your disappointment and all that sort of stuff, you know what? They're going to use it against you. They might not use it against you in a way that you pick up on it straight away, but they will use it against you, because unfortunately, that's the world we live in these days. If you tell somebody, you hurt me because you did this, or you hurt me because you did that, guess what? They'll hurt you and do the same thing all over again, but they'll do it in such a way that it's different, so you don't think they're doing the same thing, but they are. And unfortunately, that's what happens in this world. Like, I'll be honest with you, I get hurt when there are people who have channels and they have the opportunity to do great with their channel, but they spend most of their time bitching about other people or just being basically bitchy about other creators or whatever. Like, take it to somewhere private and discuss it. Don't put it online. Oh, that's right. People put it online because they know that bitchy shit gets the viewers. And in the meantime, there's people like me who doesn't have a job and that is struggling to be able to do the things that I need to do. But I get nothing. I get people in here. So that's what I get. I get people coming in, sitting around for a while, saying hi or not saying hi, and then leaving. Like, since I said, if you're here for the wrong reasons, leave, I had 6 people in here when I said that, and now I've only got 4. And I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, something I say might help somebody one day. Like I said, I have to keep teaching myself this lesson every single fucking day. And trust me, it's hard to never let the haters win and never let the hurt be seen. Because at the end of the day, you let someone see they hurt you, like I said, they'll do it again, but they won't do it the same way. See, they'll do it in so many different ways that by the time they come back down to the original way they hurt you, they're going to turn around and do that because they've hurt you so many other different ways that your head's spinning. And the thing that pisses me off, though, have you ever noticed, though, that when you say you do confront somebody and you say, hey, that really hurt my feelings, and then they turn to you and say, no, it didn't. And it's like, seriously? Are you seriously going to come out with the fact that that didn't hurt me when it was me you said it towards and my feelings weren't hurt? Like, what the actual hell? Excuse me. It can't, people don't understand when, like, say, for example, if I was to say every single person that comes into, oh, now I'm on 3, every single person that comes in here and doesn't say anything in my chats are rude assholes. You're not. Do not think I'm saying that. But if I did and you came to me and said that hurt your feelings, and I then turned to you and I disregarded how it made you feel and I said, no, it didn't. What? Because, and like, I'm supposed to know how my delivery of something has affected you, but because I'm the arsehole for saying that and me saying, no, it didn't, I'm therefore disregarding how it makes you feel and fuck the consequences, so to speak. Sorry, guys, I got a cough again. Sorry about that. I was actually didn't want to cough on the live because I've done that a few times and I really need to learn to hit the mute button when I do that. But like I said, I don't want, like, my opinion of people on YouTube shouldn't therefore be your opinion of people on YouTube because you have your own thoughts. You have your own opinions. And that's something that I absolutely love about having my own channel is the fact that I can voice my own opinions. Like, it's really quite sad that there have been channels, past and present, who get shitty when you're in their chat and you disagree with something the host says and the host gets all fucking up in arms. But the thing is, though, just because it's their opinion, don't let it become yours. Like, if people say, I'm a beggar, I miss PayPal, and all that sort of shit, I'll be honest with you, I get really pissed off with that. I don't get upset. I get pissed off because it comes down to the person who said that has a job, has when they had a channel, had merch, had super chats, super stickers, fucking PayPal, you name it, everything on their fucking channel, everything to gain money, and they were getting like quite a lot of money per live. But yet, so technically you think about it, they're getting money from their merchandise, so that's one income. PayPal, that's another income. They were getting money from their super chats, super stickers, there's 2 other incomes. They were getting fucking PayPal donations, that's 5, as well as the money that they're making from their job. All right. And if you want to be serious about it, hey, Kitty Witty, if you want to be serious about it as well, they were probably even getting money put into their own bank account. So that's 7 incomes compared to what I try and do with mine. I get paid by the government every 2 weeks, yes, but that doesn't go very, very far when you've got to think about it. I can't do public transport because of the fact that my vision's not that great and my hands can't grip the bars or whatever, poles or whatever you fucking call them in the bus, if the bus driver to balance me. So I get Ubers or Didis and stuff like that. And things like that I need to be able to do that because I know that I get from my house to where I'm going quicker than if I was to try and walk to the bloody bus stop and get disorientated on the way down there and start going into a full-on panic attack. I don't go and say, donate to my PayPal, I'm closing down my channel. I'll never close down my channel. And I hope I never lose my channel. But like I said, I always say to people, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, so I try my hardest just to do the best I can with my channel when I can. I don't go live as much now because the things I want to talk about, like I said, I don't think anybody wants to hear about them. But I try. I try very, very hard to make sure that every person that comes in here, providing you're not an asshole, I try and show respect. But time will tell if that continues. I want my channel to be a place where people can go and forget their worries for a day. That's what I want for my channel going forward. And whether that happens or not, again, time will tell. Like I got a beautiful, beautiful message from Kitty Witty. Not Kitty Witty, sorry. From Bubsy earlier today. But just before I went live. And she was telling me how sorry she is that she hasn't been available to me. And I'm like, you got kids, you got a family. It's all good. Just relax. It's all good though. Excuse me for just one sec. No, I haven't heard that. To the person who just sent me that message, if you're in chat, I didn't hear you. Hear that? No. And he'll see, that's what I mean. He'll say things like that and people will give him fucking money. Sorry, okay. If you're in here in my chat and you can hear what I'm about to say, can you please just message me what your name is in my chat? So then I can, if it's okay, I can not mention who thinks that, but yeah, mention what you just said to me in Messenger if you're in here. My hands still hurt. I have glasses now. I'm not wearing them at the moment due to the fact that my eyes won't stop freaking watering. I'm officially on the transplant list to get a new cornea for my left eye. I had a service that was helping me, but then they were going to try and charge me $45 to $50 an hour just to help me go shopping. And then they'll go to, that's just go shopping. And I normally like to take my time. And then if they're going to help me do food prep, they're going to charge me on top of that, they're going to charge me $50 an hour. So I just, no. No. And because of the fact that my eyes and my hands it's not a permanent issue, NDIS will not touch me. So very, 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 very frustrating, but I have to soldier on the best way I can. Yeah, so who hang on, I've got a better idea. I can find this out myself. I'll just go through all the messages. iMessage. This is really frustrating. Sorry, guys. It's not frustrating, not at all. But like I said, if I can find who's this person is who's messaged me this, I'm actually going to say that on my on here because I don't think they're in my chat. Oh, they are. Sorry. Okay. I have holy fuck. A guy in Mississippi had to go to the ER for a kidney stone and had no insurance and got charged $20,000. Fuck. That's that. Whoa. Yeah. Thanks, Kitty. I went through the whole freaking chat to find who it was because I didn't want to say your actual name. Um, yes, I am definitely in a very challenging situation. Yes. Kitty, do you mind if I mention what you just told me in Messenger? Won't mention who's thinking that. But will you be okay if I mention that? Oh, no, I just have, at the end of the day, I have to laugh about it because if I don't, I'll cry. Okay. There is a particular former YouTuber who now, hang on, I've got to read this word for word. Someone told me blank thinks SW, Shanann Watts, and the girls are all alive and it's all been, oh, I don't know. I want to say PSYOP, PSYOP. I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I apologize. But yeah, apparently that's what's happened. So yeah, so apparently Shanann's alive, and so are the girls. Now, when it comes to that sort of shit, I think that's absolutely fucking disgusting to say that. There, I have to admit, there was a time when I thought, well, hey, maybe they are. We never saw any of the bodies, but we don't know. So, oh, that's a funny one. That's actually fucking. But can you imagine though if they were? You know, but it comes down to the fact that I honestly don't. Anything that you think about it, you think that the Watts case is just done, dusted, buried, and then I hear things like that, and it just makes me fucking laugh. The fact that I don't want to discuss the Watts case on here. I used to when True Tam had her channel, but unfortunately she's also lost her channel. And I wish I could have her as a guest, but I can't because she has lost her channel. I can't have her on my panel, but I still speak to her now and again. So for those who actually care, True Tam's doing good. And Mia, she lost her channel. And yeah, me too, Kitty. I just think it's funny how people out there can say all these horrible, 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 horrible things, and they get people throwing money at them like they're in a machine that they're covered from head to toe in, I'll say, packing tape, like sticky tape. And then they push a button and money goes flying everywhere, and then they walk out and whatever money has stuck to them they get to keep. And that's what is happening, unfortunately, in the YouTube world. There are people out there such as myself who generally need help and they never ever fucking get it, or they do but very very far and few donations and very far between. And I'm okay with that, but sometimes it does get a little bit discouraging. I'm not going to lie, it does. She lost her channel because of the fact that she had a certain person on there who was completely banned from YouTube. That's what I've heard. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But when she started having that individual on her panel, I think I did not, but people reported it, and yeah, I think that's why she lost her channel. I don't actually know the proper, as in the truth behind it, because Mia no longer talks to me. But, you know, she was doing really, 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 really good, and then she started having, dipshit on her channel, and, yeah, she lost it. Shortly after that, she lost it. Well, I think that, Unjustified is just taking a much deserved break from it, because I think that I don't know where she's gone. I'd love to be able to communicate with her and making sure she's okay. But if her channel's still there, then she's still around. But I think that she's just taking a bit of a breather from everything, because I think that discussing the Watts case and everything like that, does, like, for me personally, when I used to talk about it, I used to get, after I finished the live, I'd just be like, oh, fuck, thank God that's over, because I just felt emotionally and drained as fuck talking about it. But like I said, Bluebird, I don't know if that is the reason Mia no longer has a channel. I don't know that for 100% certainty. It's only from what I've heard on the YouTube grapevine. Not many people come to me and tell me things. Like, I got a message the other day saying, "Do you still have your channel?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Why haven't you been live?" Because I just don't want to. Because 9 out of 10 times when there's drama going on around YouTube, I step back, because I want this to be a particular channel where people can come, where there's no drama, there's no bullshit, there's no people attacking it, like yelling at each other in chat and distracting me from what I'm talking about. So I just step away from it until basically they say, as the dust settles, because I don't want to be a part of the drama on YouTube. I want my channel not to be of drama. So if I'm a horrible person for that, then shit happens. Because I'm not putting myself, like I said, I won't put myself in a situation where I feel as though that by all means, if I knew that people were going to like drama, like people like drama, then go to the drama channels, because I don't want any of that on mine. You know, I changed my channel name, as you probably all know. It's no longer True Crime Discussions with Tammy. But if I discuss true crime, then I'll do the countdown for the true crime countdown that Van was beautiful enough to create for me. But if not, then I just go live. I just don't do a countdown. But yes, anyway, more importantly, how is the 8 people that are in here? How are you all, the ones that are talking? How are you all, and how have you all been keeping? Have you all been keeping well? Have you been keeping cool, warm? I don't think I don't recall when I went live last. I did an Elvis one for his anniversary of his passing, but that went to shit pretty quick, and I don't think I've been live since then, and that live was taken down because I thought it was just a mockery of it. But hey, while you're all trying to figure out how to answer how you're all been keeping, Matthew Perry's doctors, there's one doctor that's been charged in connection to his murder. Sorry, his passing. Sorry, keep forgetting the rules, YouTuber. So who knows? Apparently, at one time there was 5 doctors that were under the thing. So, oh, congratulations, Kitty! Kitty, that is awesome. Congratulations! You got to teach me how you've done that. I don't even know where my cholesterol sits, to be honest with you. But since for the last 4 or 5 months, I've gone from 111 kilos down to 106. I could potentially be less than that now. I don't know. But I'm doing it slowly but surely. Very proud of you, Kitty Witty. That is amazing, honey. Congrats you. Oh, yeah, I always eat boring food. A lot of the stuff I'm making these days is basically like, for those who are in Australia, we have a supermarket here called Coles, and I go there and I buy like the pre-made salads, a little thing of bocconcini, and shredded chicken, which I don't like very much. Or I buy like a rotisserie chicken and then try and use that to go with the salad, or I just have the Mediterranean salad. And for those who are on my Facebook know, like the other day I went a few weeks back, I should say, sorry. I went to Aldi, excuse me, and I bought myself a few eggplant parmesanas. Eat like a rabbit. Okay. Yeah, so I can't cook much for myself these days, which is frustrating, but I do my best with what I can. Like when my hands are working well, I do cut up a lot of stuff for myself and then I try my hardest to remember that I've put it in the fridge and then, yeah. Like tonight, I made pad thai and it didn't turn out like it used to because I cooked the noodles too long. So it's actually made me feel a little bit yuck. And yeah, but it's a lesson learnt at the end of the day, like you can't help but think that when you're trialing an error. I haven't made pad thai in fucking ages, and I buy all the frozen, like both the frozen Thai vegetables. I chuck those in with the chicken as it's cooking, let them cook for a little while, and then I add the sauce. Hey TJ, long time no see. How you been? Yeah, so I try my hardest to make things that are really fucking easy to make. That I don't make my own pad thai sauce. I buy it in a jar. Um, and yeah, so I try my hardest just to make the simple things in life, and it's pretty boring. Oh, tofu's nice. There used to be this dish that Costco used to sell. It was a tofu curry. I loved it. And when my brother was a member of Costco, I made it a mission that I was going to go there and buy about 3 of them, and then, like, steam up some rice, get 3 of those curries, and then, put 2 scoops or something of the rice into a container, and then the curried, tofu, stir fry through that, and yeah. Oh, shit. I hope you get better soon, TJ. That's not good, honey. I mean, friend, pal, buddy, mate. Sorry. When I say nice things to TJ. Oh, hang on, she's sick. She might like compliments. Get well, sweetheart. My thoughts are with you, and I hope it gets away from you sooner rather than later. Oh, not COVID? Oh, you're asking TJ. Not COVID. I hope it's not COVID, TJ. Fucking hell. But like I said, I hope you get better soon. But like I said, it's frustrating because if I get sick, it's basically, oh well. Oh, thank God. I don't. Why am I thinking? Never mind. That's good. I'm glad it's. Yeah, like I was lucky. I've never gotten COVID, so I'm very lucky in that sense. When I say that to people, they're like, "Well, you don't leave the house that much." I'm like, I leave the house enough. Holy shit! Yeah, everybody I know's had COVID more than once. It's one or more times. It's scary. But yes, I'm very glad it's not COVID. Apparently, I say COVID differently every time I say I go COVID, or I say COVID, or I just say that really annoying fucking disease. I'm very glad that it's not COVID. Do you remember when COVID first hit? Fucking hell. They're like, oh, well, over here in Australia, they'd go, buy Dettol hand sanitizer. It even gets rid of COVID. Like, it prevents you from getting COVID. I'm like, but then you would go to the shops and try and buy some. And I'd be like, yeah, good fucking luck. There was like the shop shelves for it was pretty much empty, like where people would like paying $6 for like a fucking little 30 ml bottle of it or something like that. They'll try fucking bank, like, robbery, sort of daylight robbery. But then when COVID hit, oh, $6 is going to stop me from getting it. Oh, I better get some. Yeah, COVID would freak out a lot of people. Not mentioning names, but a very dear friend of mine, she's had it like I think 6 times. I won't say who, but she's a very dear. I'll say it's female because I'm saying she, and she's had it quite a few times. And Every time I every time I hear that she's got it, I freak out just that little bit more. Like, she lives in Australia, I'll tell you that much, and I adore the fuck out of her. But every time I hear that she's got COVID, I freak out just that little bit more. So, yep. I think I'll say 4+ times. That'll be easier. So that way, if I'm over, I'll say 4. I know she's had it more than 4 times, so I'll just say 4+. Yeah. Now I'll ask because there's now people actually participating in chat, which is awesome. How would you guys feel if I did a karaoke night? Something different, maybe. See how we go. But keep me posted. Like, by all means, feel free. If you're friends with me on Facebook or wherever, even if you not have to, but even if you want to email me ideas of what I can do for my lives, let me know, because I don't want to talk about me all the time. Oh, geez, that would be a nightmare. Yes, I could. Can you imagine that though? Like, I personally had I want to say hang on, how would you call it? She was my mum's auntie, so that would be mean. I think that's what you call my great aunt, but she wasn't a great aunt. She was a pain in the ass. Loved her to bits though. Um, she had Alzheimer's near the end, and it was really, 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 really heartbreaking to see her. Like, she would laugh one moment and then she'd be breaking out and crying the next, and then she wouldn't ask, but the looks in her eyes would just basically say, like, "Help me, I don't know what's wrong with me." And it'd be just like, "It's okay," and then, or anyone that has memory loss and stuff like that, it's very hard to remind them of things, but yet I personally keep my fingers crossed every single fucking day, and I mean this seriously when I say this. I love my mum. I love her to the moon and back, and I just hope and pray every single fucking day that she never gets that. 2 reasons. One is the fact that I don't want to have to, like, I don't want her to be reminded every day that she's lost her husband, my dad, because that would be truly fucking heartbreaking. Like, I see her, how she's been able, not necessarily to pick herself up, but how she's been able to carry on as best as she can with her life since my dad passed away. And my admiration for that is like unspeakable. But like I said, to try and deal with that every day, to try and remind her, that would be, for me and for my brother, that would be just so heartbreaking to have to remind her when she goes, "Where's Peter?" That was my dad's name. "Where's Peter? Where's Peter?" And you got to remind her, them, or their loved one, "Where's this person? Where's that person?" And if that person's not part of their life anymore, it'd be so fucking hard to, to tell them that. Your dad sounds like a crack up, Kitty. I don't personally, like, when my dad was alive, as much as I can't say I loved him because he was my dad. I didn't understand my dad. And it's like I spent a lot of my adult life trying to understand why he was the way he was. And near the end, it just became like he didn't have an illness that took him or anything like that. He just went to bed one night and didn't wake up. But if I could just have that time back as my adulthood, like early adulthood, I would have taken more time to try and understand him. But I didn't. And since then, I've been trying to understand my mum. Not that she speaks in a weird language that I don't understand, but just trying to understand where my mum, you know, is at with her thoughts and stuff. It's very, very heartbreaking when she opens up a little bit and then she closes down the boom and says, "Do not pass go, do not collect your memories," sort of thing. And have you ever noticed that when you have a bad memory of someone and that person passes away or walks away or whatever, there are people out there trying to impose their memories of what you had with them, what they have of you and that person, and they more or less try and push that to be a memory that you should have because that's what they remember about what you two had. And I think that's a really bad, bad thing to do because of the fact that nobody out there fact that you can't turn it like if I said to you, Kitty Witty, I have a memory of you and I, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't mean it's instantly going to become Kitty Witty's memory because that's my memory. Or if I had a memory with I remember that TJ doesn't like compliments. And I can turn around and say, oh, but I remember this one time when you liked it. And it's like, that just because I remember that, that doesn't mean it has become TJ's memory of the time when she did. So, oh, wow, that is heartbreaking, TJ. Fucking hell. Oh, wow. That would be heartbreaking. Unfortunately, they spend so much time trying to find ways and facilities to help people who are basically, without saying too disrespectful, are beyond help, and they build facilities to help those people. And yet there are people out there like the elderly, the war people who've come back from war. They don't have enough facilities, as far as I'm aware, throughout the world that don't help people who come home from wars and people who deal with post-traumatic stress, whether it's coming back from a war or anything like that. Like here in Adelaide, where I live, as far as I know, there are no people out there. They do counselling, that's great, but there's no counsellors out there that can actually help people who have gone through post-traumatic stress from, say, a domestic violent relationship. Like I suffer from post-traumatic stress from one of my past relationships from DV, and I used to be able to get help for that, but then the government, being the government, they closed that facility down, and they said that people can then go to a facility called Relationships SA. Now, the thing is, though, is that the place I used to go to was called the Victims of Crime, and they were specifically designed to help people who were victims of crime. But then to close that down and then move it to a place like Relationships SA, you're going to be around all sorts of people in an environment like that who, if there's a couple in there and they're arguing and they're bickering and all that kind of shit, and he's an asshole to her or she's an asshole to him, there's no way to avoid that when you're waiting in the waiting room. I went there once to fill out paperwork, and there was a man, oh, if you want to call him a man, he was yelling and screaming at his partner, and because that triggered something in me, I left because I could not handle that. I went up to the reception and I said, is there anywhere I can go, because them over there, it's really triggering to my past. I really need somewhere to go or just sit that I'm away from them. And they're like, no, we don't offer that. And it's like, okay, no worries. So I chose to sit away from them, but I could still hear him berating this young girl, calling her useless, calling her stupid, calling her pathetic and a dumbass and all those other horrible, horrible, horrible things. And that was a trigger for me big time. And then when I left, I got a phone call from the person I was meant to see, and they said, why'd you leave? And I said, well, I was triggered, that brought back a lot of painful memories for me when I was in my bad relationship, and they're just like, oh, well, then come back and it's okay. And I'm like, no, from now on, I'd rather do over the phone consultations if that's okay. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. It's been 2 years and I've rang at least once a week for after, and they said, because you're now doing phone consultation, you're on the waiting list. It shouldn't be too much longer. And like I said, 2 years later, I'm still waiting. So it's actually really quite sad that there are people out there who, in the government, who shut down services that can actually help people, and then they move it to somewhere else and they think that that facility is going to be better equipped to help people, and it's not. So I have been without a counsellor for quite a while now, and it's okay. I'm getting through it the best I can. Sometimes coming on here and talking about things that are pissing me off or things that are upsetting me it helps. But at the same time, I'm allowing myself to become so vulnerable by doing that. So I've got to be very, very careful with what I talk about going forward with my channel. And it's like every day for me at the moment, without sounding too dramatic, is an effort. Like, I find that I need to find a way to buy myself some more those sports bras that don't hook up at the back or hook up or zip up at the front. I've got to buy those ones you just put on. It's like a really, really, really short tank top. And they used to be like 2 for $10 at Kmart, and now they're like 2 or so for 15, or they're just 15 just for one. And I'm talking about $15 here, Australian. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I would love to be able to go into Kmart and just buy a whole shitload of those. But at $15 each, I can't afford that. I don't have super chats, super stickers, memorabilia or merch, as they call it, merchandise on my channel. I don't have an income apart from what I get paid from the government, and that's got to cover rent, house cleaning, Ubers to and from shopping and appointments. So it's, for me, it's not, something I can go and do. Whereas there's some people who go, oh, well, $15 isn't that bad. And I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not likely to wear the same one every single fucking day. If I'm wearing a white top, I don't want to wear a black one underneath. If I'm wearing a white top or a light coloured top, I want to be able to wear like a light coloured sports bra, as you might as well say, underneath it, that doesn't make it stick out underneath whatever coloured top I'm wearing that day. But apparently $15 isn't bad. But for the people who say that to me, I'm just like, it's not bad for you because you have a husband, a channel that you get super chats, super stickers, PayPal, memberships. There you go. There's another one for that other thing I was talking about, for the income for that person who had all those things. Membership, super chats, super stickers, PayPal, fucking, all those sorts of things. I don't have any of that. I would do merchandise, but there's no point to it, because I don't mean any disrespect. I don't know if anyone would ever want to buy anything from my merch store if I was to have one. And plus, I don't know how to set it all up, even if I could. So I'll pass. And I see it as that, I was tempted at one stage, very, very, very tempted to start doing membership on my channel. But then I thought to myself, for one, no, because I have stated from the very, very beginning I'll never do membership on my channel. And I'm going to do my best to stick to that. So, and I don't want to do the super chats and super sticker thing, is because of the fact that I don't want them people feeling as though they're being singled out when their donation just appears on the screen, for everybody to read, and then people to screenshot it and then use it on and pay attention to who's doing it. So then when the person comes into their chat, they think because they're going to sugar them up and treat them with respect, and they'll get super chats. And that's not something I can actually facilitate on my channel, and I won't. People want to donate to me, they can donate to my PayPal. It stays confidential. Your name and the amount you donate is never revealed on my channel, ever. And it never, ever will. That is something that will never, ever fucking change. No matter how much people don't like it, then unsubscribe if you don't. I was asked at one stage, did I buy any of my subscribers? I'm like, yeah, I bought all of them. Yes, I bought Kitty Witty's subscription, I bought TJ's, I bought Bubsy's, and I bought Bluebirds. Who else is in here that I can actually mention by name this way? I don't buy subscribers. People subscribe to my channel because they like me, which is nice. And it's because they feel as though that my channel brings something to them that they like. I don't want people to feel as though that they have to pay for that. If, like I said, people want to donate, then that's their choice. That's not me basically sending them a threatening email saying, you better donate the next time I go live or I'll remove you as a subscriber. No, I don't operate that way, and I never, ever fucking will. And it's frustrating, though, that when I do, like, say, an Amazon wish list, things that I put on there are things that are going to make things a little bit easier for me. Like on my old Amazon wish list, I had a glass pot on there, and people were questioning, why do you have that? That wouldn't that be considered heavy? And I'm just like, I have that so then that way, if I need to, I don't have to struggle to lift, like even just a simple fucking lid is difficult. I can, I can't grip the handle. Whereas what I can do is that when I'm cooking something like my gnocchi, if I can ever afford that again, I'm pretty sure Coles sells it quite cheap, so I can. But if I was to cook that, then I can look it through, do my best to try and look through the glass part and see, okay, it's all cooked. Excellent. Yeah, you don't have to, TJ. You don't have to like your subscribers. I like the ones that actually, I like all my subscribers, providing most of them are nice, and they are. And there's some there that I think are there for the wrong reasons, and if they are, they can unsubscribe and fuck off. But yeah, you don't have to like your subscribers, TJ. It's all good, Dom. You crack me up, hon. Oh, all right. Oh, but like I said, I am trying my absolute hardest to bring good stuff to my channel. And like I said, I'll be interviewing Mindy Miller in the next couple of I'll say within the next couple of months, I'm hoping. I'll be doing an Elvis quiz where Aussie True Crime is going to be my guest of honor by doing the guest quiz master, Miss Masteress, whatever you want to call them when they're female. They're all the same. But yeah, long story short, I'm looking forward to what my channel is going to be doing. But like I said, I'm just trying so hard. Like you guys would not. Mindy Miller is one of Elvis Presley's last girlfriends. She was Elvis's girlfriend in 1976, I believe. But she's not going to be just interviewed about Elvis, because every interview I've seen with her, she gets asked, or should I say, bombarded with questions about Elvis, and it's almost like the interviewer wants her to trip up and say something. Ginger was his last girlfriend. Mindy was the girlfriend, I think, between after Linda and before Ginger, from memory. But like I was saying, every time I see an interview with her from anybody, they either A, don't let her actually answer the question before they interrupt with something. And I want her to be able to speak freely, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you look up Ginger, if you look up Mindy Miller on Google, you'll find a picture of Mindy, and they'll say all over the place. Like Mindy is the only person I know that has never written a tell-all book about Elvis. She's never disrespected him. She talks about her happy memories with him. And like I said, when I see interviews, it's almost like the interviewer is baiting her to say something negative about Elvis, but she never does. No worries, Kitty. I can even send you some pictures if you like. But Mindy is someone I actually, on the Elvis train, so to speak, I actually admire a lot. And we've been talking for about 5 years, even probably longer than that. She's an amazing woman, and I admire her so much. Yeah. Well, guys, I hate to do this. I'm going to get going because it's now 20 past 10 and I need to go to get some sleep. Oh, my. TJ, you're an I love you, hon, but you're an idiot. Oh, Elvis Presley. Seriously. But yeah. So I'm just like gonna get some sleep very, very, very soon. But like I said, I just want to be able to. Oh shit! What did I just do? Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, um, never mind, TJ. It's okay. You shit send me so fucking much. It's unreal. You're lucky I don't lose my shit when you don't know who Elvis Presley is. Like, oh my god, I know you know who he is. Oh, fuck. Oh, speaking of Elvis, this is okay. Well, you crack me up, TJ. Okay, there's a rumor going around, right, that Elvis Presley is actually Pastor Bob Joyce, not pastor as in the pastor you eat, like a priest. And they're saying that, oh, they have all the same mannerisms. They move the same way. Oh, but they don't really look the same. I'm thinking, well, hang on a second. If Elvis died in 1970, sorry, passed away in 1977, right? And they look at Bob Joyce and go, he looks like Elvis, but not really. And I'm thinking, ah, okay. So you expect and the thing that's really funny is, well, morning, Elizabeth. And the thing that makes me laugh about it, they claim that it's him because there's all this footage about how he has a scar and Elvis had one in the same place. The fact that, but there is one thing I've noticed. If you ever go onto YouTube when I finish this live, look at 80. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I nearly said 89, but I was wrong. Yeah, 89. You can't tell me that Pastor Bob Joyce, if you ever see a picture of him, he looks 80 fucking 9. But Bob Joyce is actually married to one of Elvis's girlfriends from his teenage years. So that's a bit okay. And because Pastor Bob Joyce has been seen at Graceland, and he apparently did the thing you do at funerals when someone stands up and says all the lovely stuff, and people in the audience are crying like little bitches and all that sort of. Well, I shouldn't say that. Crying their eyes out. There's a guy. I think it's called the. Fuck, what do you call that person? I don't even know what you would call that person. I'm really bad. But yeah, it's just a bit. But I don't think Bob Joyce is Elvis Presley. But the thing as well, though, is that what always confuses me more than anything, though, is that when Elvis passed away, he wasn't, if he did pass away in 77, he was not buried next to his mum. Elvis is between his grandmother and his father. When Elvis stated he wanted to be buried next to his mum, and he's not. Why is there a misspelling with his middle name? And as soon as that started becoming public, that he always went by everything with one A with his middle name. Remember these things, guys, because if you're going to be part of the Elvis trivia, it might be part of the questions. Elvis's Gray spells Elvis with Aaron, Aaron. But on Elvis's movie contracts and on his music deals and all that kind of stuff, his army papers, his divorce papers, and everything like that is all with one A. Now, the moment that people started making more of an issue at the fact that his middle name was spelt with two A's, there was a sign that had Elvis Aaron Presley with one A. The moment people started, like I said, kicking up a stink about, well, why is Aaron misspelt on his grave? They took that sign down and replaced it with Elvis Aaron with two A's. Elvis Aaron Presley on that sign. They replaced it with two A's instead of just the one. Jesse Garon, yeah, he's buried at Graceland, yes. Yes, he is. Mind you, when he was buried in an unmarked grave. So I find that very interesting how they were able to find that, or Elvis was able to find that. Elvis could find anything. But the fact that they were able to find that, and yeah. And his middle name was Jesse Garon, and that was Garon. So it was never with two A's, ever. They brought Elvis's birth certificate to Elvis and Gladys, and they sent it back because apparently they sent it back and they said that they want his middle name Aaron to be with one A. And so even though Elvis was born, when he was born, they got the birth certificate with the new spelling 3 days later. Yeah, Jesse. It's okay, kitty. But yeah, it's all good. I'm just I just find it very, very interesting. I think that for a very long time, people just wanted to believe that Elvis was alive, so they had something to hold on to. But I can't answer that because I don't know. You know, I hope I'm not in trouble when I say this. Mindy went to the funeral and she assured me that that was Elvis lying in state. But here's the thing I find very weird though, is that when they look at the picture that I think it was his cousin or someone snuck in, took a picture of Elvis lying in his coffin. The thing is that when people go, looking at that picture, it just doesn't look like him. No, does not look like him. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, how many pictures have been out there, honestly? And this is for everyone to try and think about before, like, just before I leave. How is it that there is not a single picture ever, as far as I know, of Elvis lying down with his eyes closed? And how they say that his nose, Elvis's nose was pug looking, but Elvis apparently had a very classical nose. Okay, so if anyone can explain to me when I come live again, go live again, if anyone could try and help me understand what they mean by a classical nose. Yeah, it was actually, I personally think that that was actually, how can I put this, quite disrespectful to do that, to have people, random people, lining up to go see Elvis lying in state. I think that that was actually quite yuck. Like, don't get, okay, the one thing people say, oh, but if it wasn't for Priscilla, we wouldn't have Graceland. We probably would have Graceland. But it's quite disturbing at the fact that, from what I've been told, that when you come down and as you drive into Graceland, there's Graceland, say, to the left. And then to the right, there's like a store where you can go buy stuff. So I find that actually quite in poor taste. I don't know if that is accurate. So feel free, if anyone's ever been to Graceland in the last, what, year and a half or 2 years, please feel free to let me know. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, mice and rats. I say rats because there could be people listening in the background who are rats. How's it going? I am, yeah, I didn't even, like, I saw my grandmother before they closed the coffin, and the same thing with my dad. And I found that, for me, I found that, like, it was closure, yes, but also I thought it was actually quite no. Like, the funny thing is, though, not funny, ha, but the funny fucked up thing is at the time of my dad's passing, my mother and I, we didn't get along at that time. So to try and distract her while they were closing the coffin of my dad was very, very difficult. But she saw it anyway, but it was very heartbreaking. I just don't understand why people feel like they have to do that. You know, like, oh, we need proof that so and so has passed away, therefore we want an open coffin for the public to come past and, you know, pay their last respects. But it's like, and no, I've never personally, I know it sounds mean to say this, but I've never understood that. I don't want an open coffin. No. Even if I watch TV shows and there's an open coffin and I'm like, this is disgusting. You know, I just feel as though at any moment now they're going to fucking sit up and go, do what Lurch did on the fucking, I think it was the Addams Family, and goes, you ran. Fuck that. All right, guys. Like I said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, mice and rats, I am out of here because I'm actually getting really, really, really tired. And yeah, so on that note, all of you, just remember what I said earlier. Do not allow other people's opinion to become your own. And don't let anybody see or feel your hurt, because they will use it against you. Maybe not in the same way, straight away, but they will basically make you feel like shit for being able to have those kind of feelings. Thank you, Kitty Witty, Elizabeth, Bluebird, Bubsy, TJ, everyone that came in here and participated in the chat. Thank you. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to everyone who does come into my excuse me, into my lives. And when I work out with Aussie True Crime when she's available, we will do the Elvis trivia. We'll probably do that before I have Mindy on here. Excuse me. I want you all just to remember that you're your own person. And if you tell somebody that what you say, and if you say what you said hurt me, and then they choose to ignore you, or they say, no, it didn't, then you know what? Turn around to them, look them square in the eye and go, you don't fucking have a clue. Maybe not in their face because they might headbutt you. I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting headbutted. But like I said, just remember, if you feel hurt by something somebody says, do not allow the person you're saying that hurt to tell you that it didn't, because you're entitled to feel what you feel. All right, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, mice and rats, I'm out of here because I just had if you heard that thing before, that was my mum trying to ring through. So I've got to try and call her back and make sure she's okay and all the rest of the All right, guys, all of you take care and remember, be kind, stay safe out there, and yeah, be kind. And if, like I said, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this bit. If you do want to donate to my PayPal, please feel free to. And just remember, you don't have to wait until I'm live to donate to my PayPal. You can always just go into any of my many, many lives and click into wherever. And it's even in my about part. So please don't feel as though you have to wait until I'm live if you wish to donate. Just donate whenever you want to. Yeah, exactly what I was about to say then, TJ. Read my mind. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm a man, woman. Nah. All right. Take care all. Be good, be kind, be generous, be loving, and try not to hate, because hate's a strong word. All right. I'll see you all next time, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Until next time, bye.